Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas alongside Jeremy Stevens, who meets Max Holloway this Saturday at UFC 194. Jeremy, thank you for the time. You've been around this game for a long time, but a week like this, 3 cards in a row, a lot of people calling that main card that you're on the greatest in UFC history. What's it like for you to be a part of it?
Oh, it's amazing. Earlier this year I was on 189. That event was just madness. I mean, you were there. Everybody who's there is just exciting. The energy, I feel like I'm in Dublin when I come here to Vegas, when Conor McGregor's on a card. I love the Irish fans. I wish every fan in the world was an Irish fan, or like the Irish fans. Yeah. And it's just amazing, to be on another great card. It's just, it creates that excitement. I fought on main events, fight nights and stuff, but nothing compares just to, the energy in this place, all week. It's just it adds that extra thrill, that extra edge. It makes you want to go out there and perform the way that you're capable of, and much more. As for me, that's what it is. I love the sport. I'm passionate about it. I love fighting. I feel like I'm born for this. And to be here again in this crowd, in this big event, this great week, it's just I'm honored, man.
And it's good to be a featherweight these days as well, because all eyes are on that main event. Where do you fall in the whole Conor McGregor thing? Do you, as a featherweight, recognize that he's brought everyone up, or are you tired of the antics?
He doesn't bother me. He's an interesting dude, man. I feel like he's got a great mindset for the game. I've never had any personal issues or take shots at him. I think he's up the game. Shit, I'm dressing better because of the guy. It's exciting what he brings to the table, and he's put in the work. And he's backed it up. So there's nothing really bad you could say about him. I don't have anything to say about him. Even if I had to fight him, the fight's the fight, and I know that I can fight. So it's really nothing really to talk smack or talk down on anybody about. He brings a lot of interesting things to the game, and people are interested in that, and it's evolving the sport, and that's really what I want to see. Even after I'm gone and dead, I feel like this sport's going to live on, and it's going to evolve so much, and that's the beauty of it. We're here to make our mark and set the bar for other young kids to come up and want to set the bar higher.
Who's your pick in the main event?
Main event, man, you know what? That's so close. I could see Conor McGregor winning that, but I'm going to have to go with Jose Aldo. I seen some things in Conor's game from the last fight. Chad took it on such a short notice, but I feel like a lot of people are overlooking Jose Aldo. I mean, you don't go undefeated for a whole decade for no reason. He's been in there. He's got the experience, and I think he's a little bit more well-rounded. Now, if he can use that against Conor, I think that's going to be great. But if he allows Conor to get that pressure and get those antics going and get in his head and really start picking it apart, the later it goes, the better I see it for Conor. The earlier, more for Jose. I think he should possibly take him down in this fight and expose his ground game a little bit and see a different side of Jose.
So we're 48 hours away from the weigh-ins. You've had some trouble making 145. That's no secret. Where are you at?
One time.
Where are you at with the weight?
I'm good. It's great. From the last fight, if you ever know me, I always fail forward, and I always go back and I make those mistakes. Make sure I make adjustments so I don't make those mistakes twice, and I'm not gonna make that same mistake. Everybody can dog me for the weight cut. Here's the true thing. I was working out late. The sauna was closed. It was cold in the room. I'm working out at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I try to get up. I try to do an early weight cut to make up for what I couldn't do. And my body just got too hot. And then I tried to do 2 weight cuts on the day of the fight. So my body was too hot. My organs were shutting down. And I was like, you know what? I can make weight, and I could possibly not fight. I can make the weight, not fight, and I could possibly still get both my checks. That was the coward move, and if I was able to do that. Coming off the 2 losses, I wanted to know as a man if this guy's better than me. I'm like, where am I at? If this guy's better than me, then you know what? He beat me that night. And, I wanted to fight. I really wanted to know the full truth about the fight. That's really what it was about. I gave up money out of my kids' mouth to make that fight happen. I trained hard for it. I know he did. Family, friends, fans, all came here to see that fight. He agreed to take the bout, and I still weighed exactly what I was going to weigh regardless, with the hydration, everything like that. And I fought, and I beat him, and it just goes to show that I was the better man.
How do you feel about the fact that there are no IVs allowed anymore? Does that affect you in any way?
No, I don't think that affects me in any way. If anything, that it affects me in a great way. I've took a different approach to this game now in preparing, and did that with a lot of runs. I've been picking up a lot of runs with my Olympic Greco coach Daryl Christian. And 14 weeks out, I was running pretty close to 2 hours, like an hour and 56 minutes, I think was my longest run. Real slow pace, and I just started working on burning fat. I've done a lot of runs this camp. I mean, I've done like marathon runs, and my weight's good. I'm lighter than ever. I literally just finished a plate of food, and I'm pretty much like a day and a half ahead of schedule on my weight right now. I feel great, and it's all paying off, and I can't wait to show the people of how much this has really changed the game. So I don't really feel like the IV is a full effect, but if you're going to give IVs to guys like Donald Cerrone and this and that, you might as well give them to everybody else. That's kind of a loophole in the game, and I don't really feel it makes that much of a difference. Now, if you're using PEDs, the actual doping, all that extra bull crap, then I feel like you're cheating. But as hydration, I feel it's a safe way to rehydrate. But I've upped my game, so hopefully everybody else does too.
Max Holloway, very impressive as of late. What's the key to beating him in your opinion?
Just be overbearing. He's very humble, very smart kid. He's very elusive. I trained with him before.
How long ago?
This for when I was at 55. I brung him out for Anthony Pettis. He's like an Anthony Pettis style, and they still talk about it. When he's on there. I know the ways to beat Max Holloway. I feel like my stand-up's even better. I may not be as elusive or flashy, but I have a higher percentage rate of knocking people out and finishing people just with the basics that I have. I know I can keep it on the feet. I can take it to the ground. Anywhere this fight goes, it's going to be where I predict it to go. I'm going to be able to outpace him, and I'm going to dominate him. I'm going to look for that finish and take his spot.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.